What's up everybody, Chef Glenn B and I'm back in the kitchen, and today I'm making what might be the perfect holiday turkey. Spatchcocked turkey over herb sourdough stuffing. It's juicy, it's got crisp skin, it sits right atop the stuffing so the stuffing is infused with all of those juicy flavors from the turkey, and I'm pairing it with a 2021 Peter Michael Cuvée Indigene Chardonnay. Let's get right into it. I love this method because it solves a couple of your biggest turkey problems. Dry breast meat, soggy skin, stuffing that's either A, not flavorful enough, or B, not enough to serve to everyone because you can only get so much into the turkey. By spatchcocking the turkey, we can dry brine it. It's going to give us even cooking and crisp skin, and the stuffing underneath is infused with all of those juices from the turkey. The first step is to spatchcock the turkey, and quite simply, it's just taking the backbone out. I'm just gonna cut it right along the backbone. I'm gonna give the turkey a good push. Spread those bones out a little bit. What we've got here a spatchcocked turkey. I'm gonna take some paper towels and get it dried off really well. All right, I've got the turkey dried off really nicely. Now it's time to put the dry brine on it. I've got it in the sheet pan on a rack because it's gonna go into the refrigerator and dry overnight. Hence the term dry brine. So let's get the brine mixed up. Got some salt, sugar, black pepper, orange zest, lemon zest, parsley, thyme, and rosemary. With all that combined, I want to get this dry brine rubbed into the turkey. And that means pulling the skin back a little bit to make sure I get those breasts and the thighs. And I'm gonna start on the inside. So this dry brine is gonna season the meat. It's gonna dry out the skin so that it crisps up really nicely. So I'm looking to get under that skin. That's where it matters the most. Get that under there. All right, so once you get your turkey brined, stick it in the refrigerator for 24 to 36 hours uncovered. This is gonna intensely flavor that meat, and it's gonna dry out that skin so it crisps up really nicely. Let's talk about the wine that I'm pairing with the turkey and stuffing. I've got the 2021 Peter Michael Cuvée Indigene Chardonnay. This is from Sonoma County. This is a very special bottle, very limited production, all estate fruit, grown with a lot of care and intention. So on the nose, I'm getting really ripe pear, baked apple, a little bit of vanilla, bacon, some baking spices, toasted almonds. Yeah, toasted almonds, and a little floral note as well. Let's see what it's working with on the palate. The texture is rich and creamy, but there's balance, and the little bit of acidity keeps it fresh. Slight hint of oak, not overdone. Serious Chardonnay. It's suitable for a serious holiday meal. I think this is gonna be perfect. Give it a shot. All right, my turkey has been brining for about a day and a half. I'm ready to get it put together. First thing we need to do is get this stuffing made. I'm gonna start with some butter and oil in my pan. I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions to the pan and the celery. I wanna cook this up until it begins to soften. I wanna cook it about 7 or 8 minutes. All right, so my onions and celery have softened and they're beginning to take on a little bit of color. That's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. And I'm gonna saute that up for just a minute. I'm gonna add some white wine. And I wanna allow this to go until it's just about completely reduced. All right, my wine has reduced a great deal. As you can see, there's barely anything left there. I'm gonna go ahead and add my rosemary, sage, and parsley. Get that mixed in, turn off the heat. All right, so we got the sauteed mixture together and I've got some cube bread here. These were whole loaves. This was sourdough and this was ciabatta, and I've cubed them up and lightly toasted them just so they could dry out, not so that they're so hard. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these in the bowl and get all of this stuff mixed together. So I'm gonna add my saute mixture to this bowl with the bread cubes. Got some warm chicken stock and I'm gonna add that to my bread cubes and saute mixture here. All right, so what we're looking for here is we want the mixture to be moist, not dripping wet, not with a bunch of liquid in the bottom of the bowl. We want it to be moist because remember, it's cooking underneath the turkey. So we're gonna get drippings from the turkey. We're gonna get drippings from the butter. So this is what we're looking for. All right, I got my stuffing mixed together. I got my roasting pan here and I'm just gonna spray it with some pan coating. And what I wanna do is I'm gonna mound or build a square of this stuffing right in the middle. I want all of the stuffing to fit underneath the turkey. So we're gonna literally, right in the middle, we're gonna build a little square or mound or however you wanna phrase it, but we wanna mound it right in the middle underneath the turkey. All right, so I've got the stuffing in the pan. I'm gonna place the turkey right on top of the stuffing and I wanna make sure that all of the stuffing fits underneath the turkey. So as you can see, all of the stuffing is underneath the bird. All right, I've got the turkey in the pan. I need to put together my herb butter. I want to rub this turkey with some of that herb butter. I've got my softened butter, got some rosemary, sage, thyme, and garlic. All of those herbs came from my garden, by the way. Fresh cracked black pepper. And I'm gonna get all of that combined. So I wanna spread this butter on the breast and the thigh meat under the skin. Gently pull that skin up and rub that butter under there. got a couple of pieces of aluminum foil, and I'm gonna cover the breast. I've got my oven cranked up to 425 degrees, and I'm gonna stick this in the oven for about 40 minutes. I wanna get the skin to start to lightly brown, and then we're gonna reduce the heat to 325 and we're gonna finish it. My turkey roasted for 40 minutes at 425. I'm gonna go ahead and take this foil off. I'm gonna baste it with some more butter. I've reduced the heat to 325, and I'm gonna stick it back in until the breast registers 155 degrees internal temperature, and the thigh registers 175 degrees internal temperature. That's gonna take anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours. All right, back in the oven. All right, so my turkey's done. I'm gonna allow it to rest on this cutting board for 30 minutes. My stuffing, I wanna get that stuffing into this dish so that I can finish it in the oven. So as you can see, I've got some drippings from the turkey and my stuffing there, and I'm gonna stir everything up. I'm gonna incorporate everything. All those drippings. Stuffing goes into this dish. I raised the temperature on the oven back to 400 degrees. The stuffing is going to go in the oven for 15 minutes. All right, my turkey and stuffing is done. I'm ready to dig right in. All right, I'm trying the breast. That's where the true test is, in the breast. Juicy, tender, flavorful. Wow. That's the kind of turkey I want for Thanksgiving. Man, that's good. And the stuffing has soaked up all of the juices from the turkey, all of that butter that we basted it with. It's just fantastic. I mean, juicy, tender turkey. I don't need a knife. Juicy and flavorful. Now let's see if it pairs. Of course it pairs. Wow. That is such an elegant, exquisite pairing. I mean, that's top notch, but I gotta double check. This juicy, tender bird. That is a perfect pairing. I'm Chef Glenn Ben. As always, eat well.